The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Hands up, lead.
57. Yeah, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right now.
Hands up.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Dalton. And an alley to run. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. So Dalton now, complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, box truck.
Another chance for Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
26 Mike. Hey, I'm coming.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, the second down throw on target. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The reception good for 7. It's third down. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Rosen on 1st and 10. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
50 to Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Let's go, D. Hey, quarters. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here you go, 368.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. to throw again. Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 40 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
They go 368. Good.
This will be Dalton again. Throw left side, caught by Butler. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hakeem Butler with his first career NFL touchdown. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
57 to Mike. Let's go.
Now it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Alpha. Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Rosen completes it to Parker. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. With Devontae Parker, there was quite a bit of chatter in the offseason that the Dolphins might not pick up his fifth-year option, but they did. And one man who's certainly happy with that, quarterback Josh Rosen. It's a guy that Brian Flores, head coach of Miami, wants around and in that locker room.
All right, here we go.
On first down, Drake. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second and 5 now. Rosen. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. To throw is Rosen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Ballage, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
I'm scared. Tight end left. Everyone got 4 down. Mike's 50. Watch the slant.
They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The final act of the first half. Dalton being chased out left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Rosen now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Go! Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
From the gun, it's Rosen. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Hard.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap, came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Rosen. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Eric Saubert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Andy Dalton. And Eifert has it. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 44, Dalton. He's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. It was a big...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line.
All I remember from my experience as a defender, when the big fella gets the football, you've got to get on him early before he gets a chance to get up ahead of steam because once he does that, he's going to leave a lot of tacklers in his wake.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
To throw here, Dalton. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Rosen. It's complete to Drake. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Rosen to throw again. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Wilson now in his 2nd season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
45. Monday. Blue game.
Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. The Bengal pressure gets him that time, down he goes. Geno Atkins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. On play action, Rosen. And this is caught at the 8. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 20-yard line.
368.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dalton, middle of the field. He's got Butler. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Andy Dalton now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throw left side, complete to Ross. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately need.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Sean Williams. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Let's go. Interception all day, baby. Let's get this.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So now Dalton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard. He's at the 30, the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 2nd down now, Mixon. And some room to run now. 23 yards the pickup there.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Mike, 57. It's a party now. It's a party now. Under 10. Under 10. Hey.
So Dalton now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Right here. Double tight. Hey, we got 4.
Now Balaj. Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Miami, it's a massive weight off their shoulders as they finally get that first win here in Week 16. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brent.
one up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Ladies and gentlemen,